Hi, I'm John Kingston.
And I'm Mary Ann McCarthy.
And we're here at the 103rd Clonakilty Agricultural Show.
And we're bringing a little country to town.
And we'll take you on a tour of what's happening around the show here today. Coming up, we'll have all the action from the horses and the ponies.
We take a look at the dairy and beef section of the cattle.
We'll take you to the sheep.
And we have a snippet of the dog show.
We'll take you right through all the poultry.
And we have safety demos of farm safety and work safety.
We'll also take you through all the tents with the domestic arts and crafts and all the talent from the people that are there.
And we'll have a look at the senior farm skills of the Macna competitions.
And we'll also take you to the cookery demonstrations.
With Chef Adrian. And so this is Chef Adrian.
Hello. Hi, everyone at home. There you go.
So you're involved in the Irish Association, the Junior Home Cook Competition.
Yeah, so we have the Home Cook Championship here for the junior schools this year, and I suppose the idea is that we get them together to come up and cook a signature dish of theirs up on stage. This is kind of like the heat for Munster for them. So the final's in Iverk in Kilkenny this year. So the winner from here goes through to Iverk in the final to compete against cooks from all across Ireland. So yeah, exciting things happening here today, and the guys are all getting set. You probably shots of them there as well. They're getting all ready and set, so it's exciting.
That's great. And how many competitors have you there today?
We have 4 here today. So we kind of wriggle it down to enough people that can cook on the day. So they send in their applications, they send in their signature recipe, and then we bring it down to normally 4 on the day. Yeah, so that's kind of the way it works.
Over. So it's all go so with you today.
Yeah. It's a busy day. Yeah, we got down last night. It's a long drive from Cavan. It really is.
It's a bit of a trek, all right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but we managed to get here. We got set up last night, and then we were hit the hay straight away last night. Yeah, so.
And do all the shopping.
The shopping, yeah. Well, getting the shopping. Well, Scally's have been brilliant in Clonakilty. Scally's Super Value in Clonakilty.
Yeah.
They sponsored all the ingredients. They've been superb to us. The whole committee here that are organising the whole show are always an amazing help. It's our 3rd year here. They know us inside out at this stage, and we get on so great with them. So yeah, it's a pleasure to be here as always.
I have one of the contestants here in the Irish Show's junior home baking competition. And what are you cooking today?
I am cooking soy sauce honey marinade salmon, topped with pomegranate couscous and samphire. Lovely.
Sounds very interesting.
Yes, it is, yeah.
And
hopefully now, fingers crossed.
Oh, fingers crossed,
Yeah.
exactly. And what school do you come from?
Ashton in Blackrock.
Oh,
yeah.
lovely, lovely.
Lovely, yeah. So yeah.
And I have the second competitor now for this competition, Orla. Tell me, what school are you in?
I'm in Sacred Heart Secondary School in Clonakilty.
And what are you cooking today for us?
I'm cooking poached salmon on a bed of spiralised courgette with 3 homemade sauces.
Sounds very interesting. Best of luck now with it. I have Stephen Evans-Freak here with me, and he has kindly presented a picture for the committee of Clonakilty Agricultural Show and sponsored Class 10 as well this year in the horses. So tell us about it, Stephen.
Well, this is a picture of the grandstand for the Clon show. We don't know the precise date, but it shows in great detail the people dressed in their finery on the rails and on the stand from back then. And my family were involved in the early days of the show, so I thought it would be a nice thing for us to give this as a present to the committee here.
So you have an interesting story about Clonakilty Agricultural Show, so tell us about it.
Oh, well, that would be my great-uncle, John Carberry, who was one of the pioneer aviators of his age. And he would have landed one of the first planes ever to come to Ireland. And he landed it at the agricultural show here. And he would be taking people up for rides. And they raised quite a bit of money around his flying performance, which he was doing loop-the-loops over the showground. And he dedicated the proceeds to the cause because he was fiercely in support of independence. He was flying the independent flag from Castle Freak when it was a criminal act to be doing so. And I'd say that one of his closest friends here was Michael Collins' older brother there. So his ties to the independent cause were very strong. That was very much on show here at the Clonakilty Ag Show back all those years ago.
As you know, farming is the most high-risk business for fatalities in the country, and Over the past last year, 34 people died in farm accidents. More than half of those were over 65 years of age, and we had one child. So we take it seriously that safety is the most important aspect of it, and we have a display put together with experts from different fields to discuss it. The farmers have had the hardest winter in living memory for a lot of them. They've had a huge workload in the spring with weather issues and feed issues. We also have George Graham here talking about farm depression for people. So we feel all these things are important, and we hope people during the day will go to visit this stand and talk to the people there.
So this is Richard Kingston in charge of the horses here today. He's just going to tell us about the entries.
Marianne, we're very pleased with the level of entries that we've had today. Our entries had been falling back, but we decided 12 months ago that we'd invest strongly in prize money, increase our prize money and make the classes more attractive. And we searched around for sponsorship, and we were particularly lucky that one of our major classes is now being sponsored by Stephen Evans Freak. Now that has resulted in broodmares coming from all over the country to our show, and I would think that of the 20 best mares in the country, we have maybe 10, maybe 12 of them here today. So we're particularly pleased with that. We have here in Ring 1 at the moment, as you can see behind you there, we have classes for broodmares and foals, and these classes are very much judged on the appearance of the animal, and the judge's idea of what a nice animal looks like comes from when animals were being ridden before, and a particular balance of height and shape and of the animal led to a sound animal that lasted a long time, that didn't get injured and gave a very comfortable ride. And that is what the judge is looking for. They all have a picture of the ideal animal in their mind, and of course the classes in a trade-off with that. You cannot always get exactly good movement, you can't get the same balance of height and weight and shape, so it's very much what the judges like themselves, and that's in the broodmare classes. Now behind me here then we have young horse classes. These horses are generally 1, 2 and 3 years old, a little bit older than the foals there, and they've moved on, they're getting more mature, and you can see more of what the end product is going to be like. And then in the other ring here, right at the back, number 5, you have the ridden horse classes. These animals are anywhere between 4 to 15 years of age, and they are the finished product really, and ideally what they're looking for there is an animal that's well-mannered, that's easy to ride, that's safe to ride, and of course it takes many years of training to get them to that level.
This is first ridden class now. They're just gone from the lead rein. The previous class to this is which when they start off and their first day out mostly in the novice lead rein. The open lead rein was on first this morning and they were quite competitive. But we had a big class in the novice, and they will be hopefully the people that will be coming here later on riding bigger classes and going on to jumping and working hunter, everything. But at the moment now these are the first ridden, which will be just gone from that. Some of them might be riding on their own for the first day today.